It is Wednesday, August 13th, and it's time for another Q&A. Today we're answering questions about what are those barefoot shoes that I wear? Are my books available as physical copies? Some are, some aren't. And what to do when Natasha feels fat. So we've all been there, but it's not fun. So let's dive in. Let's start with Monica's question about the shoes. So Monica's been a member of this community for a long time, and she reached out and said, "What are those barefoot shoes you've been talking about? Because I want to get some." These are the barefoot shoes that I'm talking about all the time. They're a brand called Paluva. I will absolutely drop a link in the caption. These shoes have given me a better butt. They've given me a better butt, better ass, cuter ass, better peach, whatever you want to call it, better booty. Um, Absolutely. So, do you need to wear these to get a better booty? No, there's a lot of things you can do. But just adding this to my daily walking and then also eventually adding more hills. But even when I wasn't doing that, adding these to my walks definitely improved my butt. So, there are so many benefits to barefoot walking, to wearing these funny looking shoes. I used to say my feet looked like little monkey feet. This is the first pair that I love because you can slip these on, but this is my more recent pair. The laces, they're both awesome. This pair has kind of more padding in here. They're both super comfy. Definitely a learning curve when you first start wearing them, just getting your toes in the slots. And apparently, the harder it is for you to get your toes in those little slots, as I call them, the more you need this kind of shoe. So we are not, and they're read the book Born to Walk for more information on this. But in a nutshell, first of all, I'm a big believer in walking, so I'm not going to get into that. Walking is underrated, but you know, we weren't designed to wear these crazy padded shoes that keep us so far from the earth. Um, so this is minimalist footwear. All those padded running shoes that have developed over the years have done nothing to prevent injury. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And again, you can read the book Born to Walk to hear some statistics on that. But as a student of ancestral health, I was really aware of the benefits of barefoot walking. Obviously, I don't always want to be totally barefooted. I live in Pennsylvania, and so there's hot pavement, stuff like that. So you can see this pair I've definitely worn a lot. Anyway, so I've been aware of the benefits of barefoot walking. When this particular brand, Paluva, was first introduced, it was started by Mark Sisson, author of The Primal Blueprint, founder of Primal Kitchen Foods, all those things, and his son, Kyle. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be more interested in anything that like Mark puts his name on because he's been a big proponent of barefoot shoes for a long time. So I got a pair not long after they came out, and I'm not gonna lie, they sat in the box for a long time before I finally put them on. And then when I first put them on, it was, as I said, it was a little hard to get my feet in the toes. One foot slid right in, the other, I don't remember which one, the other one was a little harder. Long story short, I started wearing them on my morning walks, loving them. And then I was like, I feel like my butt's getting better. And apparently, there's a real science, there's a connection between engaging your big toe and your glutes. And listen, I don't need to know all the mechanics of it to know what I can see when I put on a bikini or a tight pair of denim shorts. So I will shout from the rooftops. Do I wear these every single day everywhere I go? No, I don't. No, I don't. I wear Uggs a lot, which are also somewhat minimalist. But no, I don't wear these everywhere. I wear crazy heels when I'm going out. I have all kinds of shoes. I love shoes, but for my morning walks, do I wear barefoot shoes? Every damn day, you better believe it. And that's when I get in the bulk of my walking. So yeah, highly, highly recommend. Those are the barefoot shoes that I wear. And I will drop a link in the caption because I swear by these. My sister laughs at me. My daughter laughs at me. I'm like, laugh all you like. I'm getting a better booty. Laugh away. So My words, not just to beautiful Natasha, but to anyone who is feeling fat. First of all, we all feel this way sometimes. We all do. So I want to address, so here was the whole question. I'm so frustrated, Elizabeth. I look and feel fat. Nothing seems to work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So there's two things that I want to address here. One is feeling fat and getting out of that feeling, because the way you feel impacts everything in your day. And then number two, what to do to actually lose weight for real. That's not just water weight, that's not just temporary. So let's start with the first thing, feeling fat. First of all, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. Honestly, this morning I woke up feeling kind of bloated. Just keeping things real, you know? Um, and I was like, like I've been, and I had a little, tomorrow's my birthday. I don't want to feel my best. And, you know, so we all have those days. Um, and certainly sometimes we step on the scale and see a number that we didn't think we were going to see, and that can make us not feel great. So first of all, at the end of the day, everybody feels icky sometimes about the way they look. That's life. But we don't want to stay in that feeling because that's going to impact everything. So, and especially anytime somebody has, it doesn't really matter what the amount of weight is to lose, because even if it's 5 pounds, 10 pounds, it's not coming off overnight. But we want to feel good. Like let's at least change the way we're feeling. So I would encourage you, everyone, to do everything you can to like the way you look. Whether it's putting on makeup, putting on some jewelry. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I like a little something going on. Wearing cute shoes, wearing cute panties, putting on an outfit that you love. I love this little top. Whatever it is. I mean, if celebrate what you can, and especially when you are feeling fat, what can you do that's going to make you feel sexier, slimmer, whatever? So even if it's favorite colors, if it's something off the shoulder because you have nice shoulders, you feel that's a sexy vibe. If it's showing off your boobs or your booty or whatever you want to accentuate, I'm going to encourage you to do that. Even if you don't feel fat. I encourage doing that every single day. Um, there's a song, this is a song I danced in a bikini this morning, Pretty Girl Era, which sounds very superficial. But first of all, what's wrong with being in your pretty girl era? But at the end of the day, there's some lines in there that are really powerful. And one of them is, I've unlocked my full potential. So when you feel good about the way you look, when you like what you see in the mirror on a lot of levels, not, it's not, but that affects everything. So, I say you can be eye candy and soul food. But so the first thing I'm going to say to anybody feeling fat, feeling stuck, feeling frustrated, do something to make yourself look good right this second. If you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. The day's halfway over. No, go put some lip gloss on, lipstick, earrings, style your hair, like whatever it is that's going to make you feel better. Go and do it right now. Like you can pause this video, just go do that. And then lay out a cute outfit for tomorrow's thing you feel amazing in. Wear cute pajamas, not stretched out old shit, not that old stained t-shirt. Nobody wants to see you in that. That's depressing. So that's my first piece of advice is do something to make yourself feel good about the way you look in the moment, like right now, right now. You deserve that every single day. Um, okay, then, to answer the rest of it, nothing seems to work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know, I don't know, but what I can say in general, a lot of people get wrong is they think there's some magic formula, and I am going to give you a formula today. Um, or this one thing that's going to unlock it all. But at the end of the day, if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. You need to be in a calorie deficit. on a consistent basis. Being in a calorie deficit for a day, for 5 days, even for a week, that's not going to do anything. You might lose a pound or two, but you need to be in a calorie deficit most of the time. That means that you are burning off more than you're taking in. And you can't, it's really hard to figure that out exactly. But you need to decrease your overall calorie consumption. Along with that, you want to be making sure you're getting plenty of protein so that you maintain your lean body mass as you're losing weight, which is why we don't want to fast indefinitely. We don't want to starve ourselves and we don't want to restrict ourselves too much. So to me, like if I could put weight loss, if there is a magic formula for weight loss, here's what it is, and it's really fucking simple. Increase protein, decrease calories. Boom, there you have it. Take that and run with it. But for real. So right now, everyone's talking about protein. Increase your protein. You need more protein. So people are like, oh my gosh, look how many grams of protein I had with this meal. Well, depending where the protein's coming from, you might be getting a lot too many calories also. So again, this is why I say prioritize protein and produce. And by protein, I mean protein dense real food. I mean fish. I mean beef, and especially if you're looking to lose weight, the leaner cuts, the leaner ground beef. I mean chicken. I mean turkey. I mean eggs, maybe some low-fat dairy like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, and then filling in with colorful fruits and veggies. If you want to lose weight, you're going to be looking for the leaner forms of protein and the less starchy fruits and veggies for the most part. So we're talking meals of a big piece of fish that was broiled or prepared pretty simply, um, baked, whatever, roasted, paired with, say, green beans and sliced tomatoes, or steamed broccoli and cauliflower rice, or a big juicy burger that's, maybe not on a bun with a salad and a clean dressing, or some air fryer radishes. I call them potatoes. Um, oh, and tomato slices. Let's do that with the burger. Or a big old chicken breast or even some drumsticks. You can, not breaded, just do them in the air fryer so the skin gets all crispy. Um, Paired with what cauliflower mash and a shredded carrot salad. You get what eggs with my turkey sausage on the side because eggs themselves, if you're just having two eggs, that's not going to be enough protein, and some beautiful tomato slices and some fresh blueberries. Do you get what I'm saying? Simple, real food. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Just eating that way, getting out the processed carbs. Let's really watch it too with the dressings and sauces and added shit. Just eating that way, it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to be in a calorie deficit. You might not even have to track anything. Um, so what a lot of people are getting wrong with protein is they're like throwing on, oh, I threw on some nuts and some quinoa and this, that, and the other thing. And like nuts aren't a bad food and quinoa's not a bad food. I don't eat quinoa. It upsets my stomach. Um, but all of those plant sources of protein, sorry to burst your bubble, they are way more calorie dense. They're way more calorie dense than the animal sources of protein. An exception might be tofu. That's about it. That's about it. So sorry to burst everybody's plant protein bubble, but I was a vegetarian, sometimes vegan for over 30 years. I don't even think about plant protein anymore. I like plants, but I don't even think about getting my protein from them. Just keeping it real. Just telling you, again, vegetarian, vegan, over 30 years, more than half of my life. I respect everybody's dietary choices. And I will tell you that at 59, about to turn 59, 59 tomorrow, 5 years post-menopause, I've been eating meat and lots of it for over 15 years. My body and my brain have never been better. And my booty, it's pretty good too. So, I don't know what let's not look at what you're doing wrong. Let's look at what we can get better at. And I would absolutely say making sure that you're in a calorie deficit, which means maybe actually tracking your calories. In my Both my cookbooks, I give information about figuring out, protein goals and calorie goals. I will put links. I'm going to put a link to my second cookbook that has way more of the weight loss information. I'm going to put that in the caption. And then speaking of my books, Kathleen and Jonathan both asked, like, can they get my cookbook on Amazon, like as a paperback? Nope. You can't. And here's why. So my first book, The Happy Healthy Nat Journal, which actually published 4 years ago tomorrow. This publication date is August 14th, 2021. That was my 55th birthday. That is a physical book on Amazon. It's $14.99. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a 90-day journal to love your body and your life. And it's amazing. My journal is amazing. And it is a great companion to my cookbook. So you might say, well, why don't you publish cookbooks the same way? Because it didn't make sense financially for either of us. Like I work here's some more real talk. I'm gonna roll and wound up, whatever. I work my ass off to publish books and pull this information together for you. I don't make a lot of money doing this. Like they're not big bestsellers. I don't have an advertising budget. I don't have anybody promoting them. I don't have a publisher. Um, so and I work for months putting them together before any of them sell. So the journal, that was a little quicker to put together. But to do a cookbook with all the color pictures that I wanted to include, and I would have to charge so much for that cookbook to sell it as a paperback on Amazon. And I don't want to have to do that. I want to make this accessible. I don't want there to be any excuses for people. So my cookbook is $21, immediate digital download. It's the best $21 you'll ever spend. Not only are there 50 high protein, low calorie recipes made with real food ingredients you can grab at your local grocery store, all of those recipes have multiple variations. But what's even better is all of the actionable weight loss strategy that is packed into that book. The first half of the book is everything that I share, working with my clients one-on-one, things that I've shared in these Q&As that I've been doing for years, first on Instagram, then on Facebook, now here on YouTube. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get me in trouble. So I pull all that information together. So that's why my cookbooks aren't available as physical book, but you can turn them into a physical book. A lot of people, myself included, just print them off. You can certainly pull it up on a tablet to read, maybe prop up in your kitchen with recipes, but you might want to just print it off and make it easier, especially with the recipes. So there you have it. I'll drop those links in the caption. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a fabulous day.